What if your deepest pain is not a curse but a calling? Edgar Cayce. The sleeping prophet once whispered from his trance, "The soul chooses its trials not to suffer but to awaken." In the vast weave of existence, pain is no accident. It's not a punishment sent to break you, nor a random shadow cast across your path. It's a teacher chosen by your soul before you took your first breath. Why would a soul embrace such hardship? What mystery lies hidden in the wounds you carry? Consider the question that haunts us all in moments of suffering. Why me? It echoes through the chambers of your heart unanswered, heavy with despair. But what if this question is the wrong one? What if the real inquiry is, what is this pain preparing me for? Cayce taught that before incarnation in the hidden realm of spirit, each soul crafts a sacred contract, a blueprint of challenges designed not to destroy, but to forge the spirit into its highest form. Your pain is not a detour from your purpose. It is the path itself. Imagine a soul poised in that ethereal realm, gazing upon the life to come. It sees the losses, the betrayals, the moments of collapse, and it chooses them, not out of cruelty, but out of wisdom. Why? Because the soul knows that only through the fire of suffering can it uncover its deepest truths. As Rumi wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you. Your pain is a portal, a sacred initiation. Are you ready to step through?" If these words stir something ancient within you, a memory you didn't know you carried, you're not alone. Subscribe to this channel not just for content, but for clarity. Let's explore the hidden truths of your soul together. Your pain feels personal, doesn't it? The grief that wakes you at 3 a.m., the failure that stings like a fresh wound, the emptiness that lingers despite every achievement. You've asked, why can't I escape this? But what if you're not meant to escape it? What if your soul is not breaking down, but breaking through? Take Maria, a mother who lost her child to a sudden illness. The grief was a tidal wave, pulling her into an abyss where light seemed impossible. For 3 years she merely existed, her spirit crushed beneath the weight of loss. Yet in the depth of her despair, something shifted. One night she felt a presence, a connection to something vast, eternal. In that moment, Maria glimpsed a truth: her pain was not her enemy. It was carving channels in her soul, making space for divine wisdom to flow. Her grief didn't vanish, but it transformed. Maria's suffering became the foundation for her life's work, creating support systems for bereaved parents, guiding hundreds through their own dark nights. What felt like destruction was in truth her salvation and the salvation of others. Her story echoes a universal pattern. Pain cracks open the shell of who we think we are, revealing who we're meant to become. Or consider James, a businessman who chased wealth with relentless drive. By society's measure, he had it all: the mansion, the cars, the applause. Yet inside, a void grew. When a financial collapse stripped him of everything, his identity shattered. In that devastation beneath a starlit sky, James realized he was not his possessions or his failures. He was something deeper, something eternal. This collapse, which seemed like an ending, was his soul's initiation. He began helping others find meaning beyond materialism, touching lives in ways his wealth never could. These stories are not anomalies. They reflect a truth Cayce saw clearly: suffering is not a punishment, but a preparation. The dark night of the soul, as St. John of the Cross described, feels like desolation, but it is the birth canal of your higher self. Think of a sword forged in fire. Its strength comes from the heat, the hammering, the shock of cold. So too with your spirit. Your greatest strengths are born in the crucible of your deepest pain. What if your current struggle is not a mistake, but a milestone? What if the weight you carry is sculpting you for a purpose you cannot yet see? In 2020, over 600,000 Americans lost loved ones to cancer, CDC 2020. Each loss was a wound, but for many it was also a doorway to meaning, to service, to awakening. Your pain is not random. It's a thread in the tapestry of your soul's mission. Your comments below aren't just feedback, they're echoes from other souls. Share your story. Someone else may need it more than you know. Pain is not just personal. It's universal, a thread that binds every soul across time. Cayce's visions align with ancient wisdom, from the lotus flower rising through mud to Viktor Frankl's discovery in the Nazi concentration camps, meaning transforms suffering. Frankl wrote, "Those who have a why to live can bear almost any how." Even in the darkest circumstances, he saw prisoners find dignity by helping others, proving that purpose can alchemize pain. Carl Jung, too, saw suffering as a gateway to wholeness. The shadow, he taught, is not evil. It's the part of you waiting to be integrated. Your pain is your shadow, not to be feared, but to be embraced. It holds the lessons your soul chose to learn. When you resist it, the suffering intensifies. When you lean into it, it becomes a teacher. Consider the lotus. Without the muck, there is no bloom. Your most radiant qualities often emerge from your darkest moments. Cayce's teachings echo Eastern traditions, like the concept of karma, not as punishment, but as opportunity. Your challenges are not random. They are the precise conditions your soul selected for growth. Why would a soul choose difficulty? Because, as Alan Watts noted, you don't dance to get to the other side of the floor. The struggle is the dance, the path itself. Your pain is not an obstacle to happiness. It's a gateway to purpose. Take Thomas, who stuttered since childhood. He saw his impediment as a curse, avoiding speech and connection. Yet in a support group, he found compassion where shame once ruled. His struggle taught him to listen not just to words, but to the unspoken truths beneath them. Thomas began leading workshops, helping others communicate authentically. His wound became his medicine, his limitation, his gift. This paradox lies at the heart of existence. Your greatest gifts often hide within your deepest wounds. As Cayce saw, the soul's purpose is not about external success, but about inner evolution. The events that seem most destructive, loss, failure, illness, carry the seeds of transformation. They are not detours, but doorways. The question is, will you walk through? The Bhagavad Gita offers a clue. Perform your duty, but do not be attached to the outcome. This is not passivity, but alignment, a surrender to the intelligence of life. When you trust that even difficulties serve your soul's growth, suffering becomes meaningful. Not because it hurts less, but because it points to something greater. We explore soul truths others fear to say aloud. If you're ready to remember, click subscribe. Your path is just beginning. Your soul is not lost, it's remembering. Cayce taught that every challenge is a question. Will you contract in fear or expand in love? Your pain is not a punishment, but a sacred invitation. It asks you to surrender not to defeat, but to the greater wisdom that flows through you. In the hidden realm, your soul saw this moment and chose it. Why? Because it knew this pain would awaken your unique mission. Consider Sarah, who battled chronic illness for years, fighting her body as an enemy. In a moment of surrender during meditation, she found a presence within the pain, a part of her untouched by suffering. This shift didn't erase her symptoms, but it transformed her relationship with them. She began to see her illness as a teacher, guiding her toward healing modalities she'd previously ignored. This is the paradox of surrender. It's not weakness, but power. As Lao Tzu said, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." When you release the need to control, you align with the universe's intelligence. Your wounds, fully embraced, become your medicine for the world. Your struggles, fully understood, reveal your soul's purpose. So, what if you're not broken? What if you're simply remembering your sacred contract? Your pain is not the end of your story. It's the beginning. It's the forge where your soul's mission is shaped. Look at your deepest wound. What is it teaching you? What capacity is it cultivating? Your soul chose this path because it trusts you to walk it. This isn't just a channel. It's a return. Welcome back to what you always knew. Subscribe, share this with someone who needs it, and step into the next chapter of your awakening. Your soul is waiting.